As critical as your story is to the ways that your team lives its mentorship, perhaps its greatest potential is in its ability to accelerate growth for your organization. Stories have always been used by people to communicate complex ideas, to inspire people to join causes, and to share information that they perceive to be most critical. For this exact reason, its use as a growth tool in your sales and marketing funnel is unparalleled. The right story provides a framework that ties together all of the different compelling pieces of copy that you use in your marketing engine, your advertising, and even the elevator pitch that your sales team uses each time it interfaces with a new prospect. When it comes to speaking to a new customer, the broken world is the most critical component of your story. The pain and challenges that you lay out in your broken world helps draw audiences in. It's how they understand that you know exactly what's plaguing them on any given day and believe that you might have the potential solution to that problem. When you think about how to begin applying your story to your growth engine, it's that broken world that's going to form the initial, most critical component to your top of the funnel messaging. The awareness stage of your customer journey should be built around the broken world. When audiences see that pain, when they see that challenge, it draws them in and they can't help but listen. That's the beginning of the opportunity to tell them a story that will connect with them and inspire them to become a customer of your brand. Once you've created an initial spark with your prospect around the broken world, it's time for them to understand that you empathize with exactly how they feel those pain points themselves. That next stage of your customer journey is where you're going to want to start laying out your understanding of the hero of your story. It's at that point that customers should start to see themselves. It's that stage of the funnel that shows your prospects that you empathize with their pain, understand who they are, and are uniquely positioned to help them right the wrongs that they perceive within their world. A good elevator pitch is defined by using your broken world and your understanding of the customer to form that initial quick connection that's required in the 15 to 30 seconds that you have. Oftentimes with elevator pitches, we try to cram in all of the different aspects of how our business works and where we might be helpful. The key to an effective elevator pitch and beginning a growth-oriented conversation is for customers to immediately understand the pain that they may or may not have perceived before interfacing with you, and the exact ways that you understand what that means to them. Those two key pieces, laid out at the beginning of any great sales or growth opportunity, sets the foundation and the groundwork for you to be able to move the conversation towards consideration and evaluation. Once you've cemented that initial conversation around those early components of your story, it's time to start building trust with your customer. You do that by describing the ways that you mentor and empower and guide them. This next step of the customer journey, consideration, is all about showing your customer this exact ways that you're going to support and guide them. The more your story is about the pain experienced by your customers, the more quickly it will connect and the more impactful it will be to accelerate the growth that you're seeking in your organization. Particularly for technical terms, the features and benefits and the technical specifications of your product are a critical component of the evaluation phase of the sales funnel. Your story provides the guidance for the right place to introduce those details into any good sales and growth conversation with your audience. It's the magical gift component of your brand story, which is exactly where those facts and figures and features and benefits belong. Too often, we think about the details of our product as the story in and of itself. Your product is not the story. Your product is the reason to believe the story. You want to frame all those powerful details of your service, the ways it impacts people, the testimonials you have, the case studies you can produce, not as stories in and of themselves, but as powerful validation and proof of what your customer is already feeling. Remember, those decisions your customer makes about buying are emotional. You want your customer committed to the story, engaged in their role in it, and believing in its potential long before they start evaluating the details of your product. The magical gift belongs in the sales process exactly where it sits in your story, after you've identified the pain point, after you've spoken to the customer, and after they understand not what you'll do, but why they should trust you and how you can help guide and mentor them to go forward. There's a direct connection between a well-constructed brand story and the 5 elements that you're crafting and the different phases of the customer journey that each one of your prospects will go through before they engage your company. Connect each of those narrative elements to the appropriate phase of the customer journey. Look at your brand story and derive from it the key phrases, ideas, personality, and language that you believe will resonate with your customer at the appropriate phase of the journey and allow the narrative to seamlessly move them forward to the next. An effective company growth engine has a lot of moving parts to it, from sales to marketing to demand generation, content, and everything in between. Your story is an effective blueprint for organizing and tying together each of those different tactical activities to the customer journey that each and every one of your prospects will have to move through. It guides them from each phase to the next and ensures that you have a consistent, thoughtful, and emotional framework for fueling your organization's growth.